You say you'd do anything for your kids. You'd fight for them, protect them, stay up all night when they're sick, work yourself to the bone so they never go without. But let me ask you something. Will you drink more water? Will you get enough sleep? Will you put your phone down and go for a walk? Will you stop eating food that steals your energy? Will you move your body and exercise so you don't burn out by 2 p.m.? Will you do those things? Because doing anything doesn't just mean the big sacrifices. It means the small, daily disciplines that no one claps for. But your kids notice. They see everything. The way you talk about yourself, the way you handle stress, the way you treat your body, the way you show up when things get hard. You're not just raising kids, you're shaping the definition of normal for someone else's life. Your energy affects them. Your mood affects them. Your habits affect them too. So when you say, I don't have time to take care of myself, what they hear is, being a parent means falling apart slowly and calling it love. But what if you showed them something better? What if you taught them that love includes self-respect? That taking care of others starts with taking care of yourself? What if you became the living, breathing example of balance, health, patience, and strength? Because your kids don't need a perfect parent, they need a present one, a healthy one with enough emotional bandwidth to listen and enough physical energy to show up. And I know it's not easy. You're tired. You've got work, chores, bills, and expectations. But you're not doing this instead of being a parent. You're doing this because you are one. Wake up a little earlier. Stretch while the coffee brews. Go for a walk instead of scrolling. Eat food that fuels you, not numbs you. Set boundaries. Say no to what drains you and yes to what builds you. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about returning to who you are when you're not stretched too thin. That version of you, the one who feels strong, steady, clear-minded, that's who your kids deserve. And that's what you deserve too. You don't need to be a fitness model. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be honest. If you say you do anything for them, then do the hard thing for you. The thing that doesn't get posted, the thing that no one else may see. Heal, grow, move, breathe. Speak kindly to yourself. Sleep, hydrate, fuel your body. Protect your peace. Do the things that give your children more of you, not just what's left of you. Because when your child looks back one day, they won't just remember the toys or the bedtime stories. They'll remember how you carried yourself. They'll remember what love looked like in action. And they'll learn to love themselves the same way. You say you'd do anything for your kids? Do this. You can't have a strong mind and ignore your body. And you can't have a strong body while neglecting your mind. We often treat our physical health and our mental health like two separate things, but they are deeply connected. What happens in your mind affects your body, and what happens in your body affects your mind. You can't care for one and expect the other to thrive because they work as a team. And let's be honest, life is stressful. There's pressure, there's noise and anxiety. And sometimes our first instinct is to try and think our way through it. But often the most powerful shift happens when we start with the body. When you move your body, your brain responds. Just 20 minutes of exercise, walking, stretching, or lifting can release chemicals in your brain that fight off sadness, fear, and even self-doubt. Your thoughts literally start to change when your body gets moving. And the opposite is also true. When you're stressed, your body tightens up, your chest feels heavy, your stomach turns, and your heart races. That's not just in your head, that's your body trying to keep up with your thoughts. So what do we do with this connection? We start paying attention. We stop ignoring the signs. If your mind feels overwhelmed, maybe your body needs a break. And if your body feels sluggish, maybe your mind needs a reset. One of the most powerful things you can do for both is to create daily habits that support the connection. Things like drinking more water. I know it's simple, but most of us are walking around dehydrated, and it affects our energy, our mood, and even our ability to think clearly. Number 2 is get more quality sleep. This isn't weakness, it's recovery. See, your brain can't process life when it's exhausted. Your body can't heal when it's running on empty. Number 3 is you have to eat food that fuels, not just fills you. We all love comfort food, but too much sugar, junk, and caffeine doesn't just affect your waistline, it affects your focus, your confidence, and your mental stability. And finally, practice stillness. Whether it's meditation, prayer, deep breathing, or just quiet reflection, find 5 minutes a day to sit with your thoughts and just breathe. Your nervous system needs it. Your heart rate will thank you. But beyond these points is another key habit, and that's movement. Regular movement teaches your brain that you're safe, that you're strong, that you're doing something to help yourself, even when life feels heavy. Your mind starts to believe it when your body shows the way. Now here's something a lot of people forget. The mind and body also work together in what you say to yourself. Negative self-talk wears down your mental health, but it also impacts your physical posture, your energy levels, and your drive. Just one harsh thought can make you want to slump your shoulders and stop trying. But encouragement, self-belief, and kind words, they lift you up. Your chest opens, your breath deepens, your body stands tall, and you feel more alive. This is the healthy mind and body connection. When one part of you is struggling, the other part can help. Your body can carry your mind when it's tired, and your mind can focus your body when it's weak. Together, they help you show up day after day, stronger, steadier, more alive. So take care of both. Nourish your body, challenge your mind, rest when you need it, move when you can. Speak to yourself like someone worth fighting for, because you are. Success, happiness, and peace, it doesn't come from one or the other. It comes when your whole self is working together. Life is always moving, always buzzing, always demanding. And our minds are constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions, from texts, emails, worries, and schedules. And in the middle of all that noise, we forget something important: ourselves. We forget to breathe, we forget to listen, and we forget to heal. But that's where meditation comes in. Meditation isn't about sitting cross-legged for hours or becoming some spiritual master. It's about coming home to yourself. It's about creating just a few moments of silence in a world full of noise. And in that silence, something powerful happens. You see, meditation gives you space to heal. Be they emotional wounds, mental stress, physical tension. Meditation helps untangle it all. It slows the racing thoughts. It relaxes the tightness in your chest. And it gives your nervous system a break. It reminds your mind and body that you're safe, you're okay, you're still here. I suggest you don't wait until you're burned out to start. You don't need to wait for rock bottom to take a breath. You can begin now. You should begin today. So what is meditation really? At its core, meditation is simply this: the practice of being present. Not caught in the future, not stuck in the past, just here, in this breath, in this moment. And that one practice, being fully present, can change everything. It can help lower anxiety. It can help reduce depression. It can improve sleep. It can boost creativity. It can help the body heal from the inside out. But most importantly, it reconnects you with you. So how do you do it? Well, let's break it down into 5 simple steps. Number 1, find a quiet space. Doesn't have to be fancy. You can sit on your bed, sit on the floor, or just sit in your car before work. Just somewhere you won't be disturbed for a few moments. Number 2, sit comfortably. You don't need to twist into a pretzel. Just keep your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, and your hands resting gently. Number 3, close your eyes and breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Do that a few times and notice how your body begins to settle. Number 4, focus on your breathing. Notice the air coming in and going out. If your mind wanders, and it will, just bring it back to the breath. No judgment, no pressure. And number 5, just start small. Try 3 minutes, then 5, then maybe 10. It's not about how long you meditate, it's about how you consistently show up for you. See, over time, you'll notice the difference. You'll feel calmer in chaos. You'll respond, not react. You'll carry a sense of peace with you, even in busy or stressful moments. And maybe most importantly, you'll start to hear your own voice again. The voice underneath the noise, the one that says, I'm healing, I'm growing, I'm okay. Because meditation isn't about escaping life, it's about learning how to live it fully, with awareness, with presence, and with peace. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need to get it right every time, you just need to begin. You see, meditation is a return to your breath, to your body, to the moment. And in that return, you begin to remember how powerful you truly are. People learn how to treat you based on what you allow. Every time you stay silent when someone disrespects you, every time you ignore that gut feeling because you don't want to cause drama, every time you put yourself last just to keep the peace, you're not just tolerating it, you're teaching it. You're teaching them that it's okay to cross your boundaries, that your needs can be ignored, that your time, energy, and peace are up for grabs. You see, what you tolerate, you teach. That means if you keep making excuses for people who constantly let you down, if you let people dump their problems on you without ever checking in on yours, or if you let your own dreams take a back seat so someone else can drive, you're setting a standard. You're telling the world, this is fine. But guess what? You can raise the standard. You can unteach what you've taught. You can draw the line and say, no more. And no, it doesn't have to come from anger or hate. This isn't about revenge. It's about respect for yourself. Because the way you allow people to treat you is a reflection of how much you value yourself. And when you start valuing yourself more, everything changes. The people who truly care about you will rise to meet you. And the people who don't will fall away. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to stay. But here's the shift. It starts with you, your boundaries, your voice, and your decisions. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So if you constantly put yourself last, others will too. If you brush off your own feelings, others will too. If you never say no, people will keep asking for more because you've shown them that your yes comes cheap. But when you begin to say, this is what I need, when you say, that's not okay with me, and when you say, I matter too, you shift your energy. And sure, some people won't like the new version of you, and that's fine. You're not here to make everybody comfortable. You're here to honor your worth. You're allowed to have standards. You're allowed to walk away from what doesn't feel right, and you're allowed to protect your peace without explaining yourself to everyone. It's not selfish, it's survival. It's self-respect, it's leadership. Because every time you stand up for yourself, kindly, clearly, and confidently, you're not just teaching others how to treat you, you're showing others how to treat themselves. You become the example, the one who doesn't settle, the one who holds the line, the one who walks in truth even if it's uncomfortable. So if something in your life feels off, if you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or if your heart is tired from always giving and never receiving, just ask yourself, what am I tolerating? Then decide, what am I willing to teach moving forward? You have the power to change the story. You have the right to raise your standards, and you have the strength to reset the tone. And it begins the moment you stop tolerating what doesn't serve you. What you tolerate, you teach. So teach wisely, live boldly, and never forget your worth. Not everything requires a response. There's a quiet kind of power that most people never tap into. It's the power of not reacting. See, we live in a world where everything is pulling for our attention. A rude comment, a passive-aggressive email, a driver who cuts you off, a text left unread. And every time something bothers you, we feel like we have to do something about it. We feel the urge to react, to explain ourselves, to fire back, to prove a point. But what if I told you this? Not everything requires a response. Not every comment deserves your energy. Not every insult needs a reply. Not every situation needs your attention. Some things just don't matter. And the moment you realize that, you step into a new level of peace. You gain control, not over the world, but over yourself. Think about how much of your day is spent getting worked up over things you can't control. Someone else's opinion, someone else's choices, the weather, the news, the past, the future. And yet none of those things are in your hands. What is in your hands is how you respond, or if you respond at all. There's strength in restraint. There's wisdom in silence. And sometimes the most powerful things you can do is walk away quietly. Letting go isn't weakness, it's emotional maturity. It's knowing that your peace matters more than proving a point. It's knowing that your energy is limited and you don't owe it to every distraction that pops up in your day. People will talk, let them. Situations will unfold that you didn't see coming. Let them. You won't have closure for everything. Accept it. Some things aren't worth fighting for. Not because you're giving up, but because you're choosing yourself over unnecessary battles. Because at the end of the day, what really matters? Is it that you won the argument? Or is it that you protected your mental space? Is it that you had the last word, or is it that you kept your peace? We often feel the need to defend ourselves because we think silence means weakness. But silence can be the loudest answer of all. Silence says, I know who I am. I don't need to prove it to you. Silence says, you don't have the power to pull me out of alignment. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you choose your battles wisely. You speak when it's meaningful, not out of impulse. You reserve your energy for the things that actually move your life forward. It's not about avoiding everything, it's about responding with purpose. So the next time something annoys you, ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Will this matter a week from now? Is this helping me grow? And if the answer is no, let it go. You only get so much energy in a day. Why spend it on things that drain you instead of things that build you? Focus on your goals. Focus on your growth. Focus on your peace. Because your peace is sacred. Your mind is sacred. And you protect both by choosing wisely what you give your attention to. You can't control everything, but you can control you. So choose peace. Choose silence. Choose power. Because not everything requires a response. There comes a moment when everything feels stagnant. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder how you ended up here, uninspired, drained, stuck in the same loop. The days blur together, and deep down you know something isn't right. But feeling stuck is not a life sentence. It's a signal. It's a whisper from within telling you it's time to wake up, time to break the cycle, time to remember who you are and what you're capable of. Most people wait for a breakthrough, hoping inspiration will strike. But here's the truth. It won't. Inspiration doesn't appear out of thin air. You create it. You build momentum, and then the fire returns. The mistake we make is thinking we need to have everything figured out before we move. That's a lie. Clarity comes through action. The only way to get unstuck is to shake things up, to disrupt the pattern, to do something, anything, differently than before. When you feel lost, change something, no matter how small. Switch up your routine. Take a different route to work. Read a book on a topic you've never explored. Say yes to an opportunity you'd normally turn down. Stagnation thrives in predictability. The more you stretch beyond what's familiar, the more your mind wakes up to possibility. And while you're at it, move your body. Physical movement shifts your energy. Go for a walk. Hit the gym. Dance in your living room. The mind and body are connected, and when you shake off the physical weight, the mental fog starts to lift too. You can't think your way out of feeling stuck. You have to move your way out. Then start asking yourself better questions. Instead of why am I stuck, ask what is this trying to teach me? Instead of what's wrong with me, ask what do I need to do right now? Your mind will always find an answer to the questions you ask. So make sure you're asking ones that move you forward, not keep you trapped. And be careful with your words. The way you speak to yourself in these moments matter more than you realize. When you're stuck, your mind plays tricks. It tells you that this is how things will always be, that you're behind, that nothing will change. But that's just the voice of habit, clinging to what it knows. You must challenge it. Instead of saying, I don't know what to do, try, I'm figuring it out. Instead of saying, I've wasted so much time, try, I'm learning from this moment. Words shape perception, and perception shapes action. And most importantly, take the pressure off yourself. People get stuck because they're too focused on finding the perfect solution, the right path, the big breakthrough. But progress isn't about massive leaps. It's about small, consistent steps. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to take the next step in front of you. And remember, this feeling is temporary. You won't feel stuck forever. You won't feel lost forever. There is a future version of you who is broken free, who has found their spark again, who looks back at this moment and realizes it was just part of the journey. But to meet that version of you, you have to move. You have to stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop convincing yourself that you need the perfect plan before you begin, because you don't. What you need is momentum. You need a spark, and that starts the moment you decide that being stuck is not where your story ends. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when things feel easier, but right now. Move, and everything changes.